Please look at me. Anybody you find ignoring the issue of finances is either ignorant or he's about to learn a lesson. Look up, please. You know, many times when we talk about the issue of finances, because of the propensity of the flesh and carnality around it, most people just reject it as a show of spirituality. They reject it to show how serious they are with God. That state is very faulty. It may be a well-meaning communication, but people who adopt that model will punish a generation. We do the things that we do because we are looking beyond ourselves. As you are listening to this now, think of your children, married or not. As you are listening to this, think of your grandchildren. Don't gather people when you are about to leave and tell them, you see how my life is, and all of that. No, it should be in honor. There are many children today inconveniencing families, inconveniencing nation. Terrorist groups leverage on this carelessness to recruit people. And it's not, we cannot just generically say revival is coming. We must deal with the details that empower darkness. And let me tell you, chiefest among them is this financial issue, this demon of money. People have died driving because they were broke. They were driving and forgot that there was a tree in front of them and died. Marriages have been broken today because of money. What armed robbers could not do, what relatives could not do, money came and cheaply caused that divide. Many pastors who started well, loving God with all their hearts, they were compelled to compromise on their values, not because they backsliding, the reality of bread to eat. Please don't allow ignorant people make you think that this is just some Pentecostal talk about money. Not everybody is foolish. We are discussing this from a balanced kingdom angle. People who love God and are doggedly committed to seeing his glory come. Please, let's not mix everything and confuse what we are saying here. Are we blessed? Yes. Many families, many extended families are at loggerhead today because of properties, because of land, mundane things. They would not gather together to call upon the name of the Lord. They gather to blame people. How many wives have killed their husbands so they die fast? How many husbands have killed their wives? How many children today, young people in Nigeria, they continue to anticipate the death of their parents because it looks like it's the cheapest way of stepping into these things. Look at the kidnapping that is almost becoming an industry now. Why will I do business and get 100 naira when I can steal a man and in 1 week I become 10 million naira richer? And don't you think people will keep quiet if they see that it's lucrative? We will lose our children if we ignore this. We will lose a generation if we ignore this. Many people today have married outside of the will of God. Money directed them outside of the will of God into their predicaments. There are many young men that would have married since they found their life partners more than a decade ago, but lack of money, the money for introduction is not even there. Listen, are you aware that less than 10% of graduates haven't spent 5 years, 6 years, others 10 years in any institution at all? There is no guarantee for a good job. There are graduates pushing gates today all around the world. What makes you think if they find an opportunity to compromise, they will not bend? They will bend in a heartbeat. They will bend praying in tongues. I'm provoking you for a reason. That's the only way to make you believe what I'm about to say. Are we together? You know, sir, someone met me one time and told me that someone had told him that they were recruiting for a job. True story. And that they said for the person to get the job, the person will have to bring 250,000 as some kind of incentive. It's a story I was told. If you have 200,000, will you be looking for 250,000 to now bribe? Let me tell you how you enter a realm is how you will be maintained there. If you compromise to get in there, you will be compelled to compromise. We are talking of the blessings of God with the dignity of kingdom integrity. Hallelujah. Many people today have died who should not have died. Very cheap medical procedures that could be carried out, and they died, and we said that's the plan of God. Many of our children may not have the privilege to go to good schools, not because there are no schools, but you go to a school where the teacher and the student are both arguing about the answer. Now this is the kind of, look at the child. I mean, I'm not being sarcastic. I hope you understand what I'm saying. The teacher says it's 5, the child says no, it's 4, and the man says okay, it's true, it's 4, let me check again. Now look at the kind of person. Now watch this. We're talking about leaders of tomorrow, and we're very vocal about it, but look at the person controlling the understanding of your child. You ask the child, what do you want to become? He says an aeronautic engineer. That's almost impossible already with that kind of foundation. It's not just a demonic attack.